Breaking the Silence: How Modern Life Fuels Women's Isolation. In today's video, we will see how women are alone, but not lonely. Welcome back to our channel. We are here with another eye-opening video. Many women complain about feeling alone, yet living among millions of people. The irony is that we are surrounded by people, but at the same time, we are quite literally as lonely as can be. While it sounds nice in theory, in practice it is simply impossible to be happy all of the time. In our fast-paced society, it can be easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle and to forget to nurture our relationships. They may think that if people really knew them, they would not want to stick around. Another reason why women are alone but not lonely is because they feel the pressure to conform to certain standards. They may be so used to feeling alone that they just accept it as a part of their lives. They may not even realize that there is a problem until it's too late. Even if they have struggled with loneliness and isolation in the past, it is possible to overcome these challenges and create the fulfilling life that they desire. A lack of self-awareness can also lead to feelings of isolation and disconnection. When we don't understand our own emotions and needs, we may struggle to connect with others on a deeper level. We may not be able to communicate effectively or set healthy boundaries. This can make it difficult to form and maintain meaningful connections. In our society today, there is a lot of pressure to look a certain way, to act a certain way, and to say certain things. When we constantly criticize ourselves or doubt our abilities, we create a barrier between ourselves and others. We may feel like we are not good enough or that we have nothing to offer. This can lead to feelings of shame and worthlessness, which can make it difficult to open up and be vulnerable with others. When we are constantly tearing ourselves down, it is hard for us to believe that anyone could ever love or accept us. We may feel like we have to put on a facade in order to be accepted by others. This can be especially true for women who are often held to unrealistic beauty standards. They may feel like they have to be thin, beautiful, successful, and have it all together. Otherwise, they are not good enough. This pressure to conform can lead to feelings of isolation and disconnection. When we are so busy trying to live up to these standards, we may neglect our relationships and our own needs. We may feel like we are not good enough, just the way we are, and that we need to change in order to be accepted. Or we may be afraid of getting hurt. Whatever the reason, this fear of vulnerability prevents us from forming meaningful connections with others. When we are afraid to let people in, we are essentially shutting ourselves off from the possibility of love and belonging. We may think that we are protecting ourselves by keeping people at arm's length, but in reality, we are only hurting ourselves. The fear of vulnerability often stems from past experiences of pain and rejection. Perhaps we have been hurt badly in the past, and we are afraid of letting someone new in. Maybe we have been rejected, and we are afraid of showing our true selves to someone only to be rejected again. Whatever the case may be, this fear is holding us back from experiencing the joy and fulfillment that come with meaningful connections. We may find ourselves spending more time on social media than we do with our loved ones. And while there is nothing wrong with social media in moderation, it can become a problem if it is taking away from the quality time we spend with those around us. When we neglect our relationships, we may start to feel isolated and disconnected. We may feel like we don't have anyone to turn to when things go wrong. This can make it difficult to open up and be vulnerable with others, which can lead to further isolation. There are going to be days when you just don't feel like doing anything, and that's okay, it's normal. We need to accept that life is not always going to be perfect, and that sometimes things will go wrong. But instead of allowing ourselves to feel down or sad, we are taught to push through these negative emotions and to pretend to be happy all the time. This can be exhausting, and it can lead to feelings of isolation and disconnection. When we are constantly trying to put on a happy face, we are unable to be honest about how we really feel. We may feel like we are the only ones who are not happy, and that everyone else is judging us for not being able to keep up the facade. According to a recent survey conducted by the University of California, almost 40% of Americans report feeling lonely. Moreover, research shows that these numbers have increased dramatically since the pandemic. So what is going on? Why are we feeling this way? Have we lost something along the way? Well, the fact is that the modern world has many things to blame for fueling the fire of isolation. Today, we will take a look at some of the most significant factors that have led us to feel alone despite being surrounded by people. Even if we are in a crowd of people, they are so caught up in their own little worlds that no one is paying attention to anyone else. It might sound ironic, but even in a room full of people, you can still feel extremely lonely and isolated. You may find yourself sitting there thinking, I wish someone would talk to me. But then when someone does try to engage with you, you push them away because you don't feel like talking or sharing anything. This could be due to a number of reasons, such as feeling disconnected from others or being too caught up in your own thoughts. Either way, it creates a vicious cycle of loneliness and isolation. When you are stuck in your head and unable to break free, you may start to feel like you are losing your mind. It can be hard to remember what it feels like to be connected to someone else and to be able to communicate effectively. Yes, the silence all around us is making us lonelier than ever before. But how? Before we continue, we would like to mention that this video is created for educational purposes only and is not intended to substitute a professional diagnosis. If you suspect you may have a condition that needs treatment, we highly advise you to speak to your physician. Now, back to the topic. Number 1. The silence is deafening. Think about it. All around us, there is nothing but silence. Number 2. The modern obsession with being happy. In our society today, we are constantly bombarded with messages telling us to be happy all the time. Number 3. The lack of meaningful connections. Another reason why women are alone but not lonely is because they lack meaningful connections in their lives. Number 4. The fear of vulnerability. Vulnerability is essential to human connection, but many of us are afraid to let people in and to show them our true selves. Number 5. The pressure to conform. Number 6. Lack of self-awareness. Many of us are not aware of the root causes of our loneliness. Number 7. Negative self-talk. Many of us have a tendency to engage in negative self-talk, which can contribute to feelings of isolation and disconnection. These are some of the reasons of how modern life fuels women's isolation. What do you think about the reasons? Share your thoughts in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next video.